What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we have a brand new Clash event arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. It just seems like Clash events never arrive in a good time, you know, around on Global these days. You know, it takes a long time for new Clashes to release, which is really interesting that we get this one this time around, because this particular Clash in this video today, LUFFYTARO, was supposed to release alongside Roger and Oden, but we're getting them right now, so it's a bit of a weird release, but this unit actually, on paper, is a pretty fantastic free-to-play unit, so make sure to get this guy farmed up. And honestly, it's a very easy Clash event as well, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this LUFFYTARO unit is a Psi Fighter Free Spirit with a captain effect of 3x boost to all units, 1.25 HP to all units, and then if you hit 3 perfects in a row, you get a 3.25 times attack boost instead. So not an amazing captain effect, but at least it's a rainbow captain effect. As for his special, maxes down at 8 turns of cooldown, so it's actually a relatively low cooldown for what he does. Reduces special bind and burn by 5 turns, and then gives all characters a 1.75 attack boost. If you hit 3 perfects, you get a 2 times orb boost in the following turn. So honestly, it's a really good free-to-play unit, so make sure to get him maxed out. He's going to be fantastic for future content. As for his crewmate effects, he obviously resists 5 turns of special bind, and he also will make all characters' Psi slots beneficial. Like, this unit is actually amazing. I really wish he had the fear debuff as well. This unit with a free-to-play fear debuff would be just amazing. Honestly, god tier free-to-play unit. As for his support though, attaching to any Psi unit, 6% of his base stats. So, you know, across the board, this is a really nice unit to get maxed out, and obviously should be a boosted unit for upcoming content. So definitely would advise to get this guy maxed out and ready to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the content versus Clash LUFFYTARO. Alright, so jumping into this video, first of all, I have 2 different Roger teams actually to show you guys. This first one here is going to be my farming team, and it just gets through the content super quickly by having Kinemon to reduce the cooldowns of our characters, and then having Galette to reduce the cooldown of Kinemon so that we can use his special once again. So it's just generating a lot of cooldowns, because with Roger, Oden, and then also Rayleigh, these characters in particular, all released alongside this raid boss, are the most ideal characters to bring to get around most of the debuffs without too many issues here, and it just got the job done, man. It's just the way to go. On the last stage, it's really interesting because of the fact that you can't change your orbs, and if you do, you get your beneficial effects removed and you get given a lot of despair. So of course with Roger, you can just resist the effect of removing your beneficial effects, as well as obviously having the ability to just always remove despair. And of course with Roger's super type, it does just generate you the matching slots with his super type anyway, so you don't even activate the interrupt in the first place. So it's so dope. Plus, to remove those defensive effects, that Rayleigh is phenomenal because it procs the super type of Roger, but it gives you a 2 times color affinity boost, which gives you much more damage towards the Luffy character. Plus, the mobs that surround Luffy have 1 million HP, and Roger's special completely dominates them. So in this case here, Roger is going to be the best character to bring as your friend captain if you do not own him yourself for this particular piece of content. Moving on to the next team, which is once again another Roger team, but it is a little bit of a different structure because I just wanted to utilize Zoro, and in this team here, it's so awesome the way that the job gets done. So with this team, we just have a bunch of units that are going to increase our damage output. So we have Sugar, we have the Shanks unit to proc the super type of Roger and also gives us a chain boost. We have Roger's special, which gives an attack boost, obviously. We have Mihawk and Perona, which gives us a conditional boost. And then we also have Zoro himself, which when you launch his special, he gives your Dex units a slot boost effect, which obviously is great for Zoro himself. But the other thing to note is that when Zoro uses his special, he enables his own normal attacks to bypass all defensive effects. I guess technically you could do the same thing with Luffy and Law. Like, you could use their switch effect and then just enable them to be the last hitter on this team. So I guess, you know, technically you don't have to use Zoro in this instance here. You could just replace that with Luffy and Law. Another thing to note here as well is that you will be poisoned in this event. On stage 1, you're going to be inflicted with a poison, so it is ideal to have either a special that removes poison or have a support effect that removes poison, and there are a couple of them, and namely Rare Recruit Ivankov and also the 20th anniversary Sanji Rare Recruit character will all attach to a lot of units that you could use on your teams here, and they remove the poison for you, which is really ideal. So at the start of each of these clips here, you'll see that with the team composition that there's typically a poison remover support on one of the units. Not all the teams in this video have a poison remover support. It might be a special on the team that removes the poison, but just note that removing that poison is going to be quite useful, because as you guys may have seen in this video so far, when you kill Chopper on stage 4, he does like 30,000 damage to your team, so it's really good to remove that poison before you get to that point, so that when you actually take the hit from Chopper, that he just doesn't outright kill you, right? So anyways, that's this awesome team. I really can't wait to show you guys this one here, as Zoro just does so much damage against Luffy by himself. But let's pick things up with the next team. The third team in this video is going to be utilizing Super Type Kaido as the captain instead this time around. Now, like, this isn't the most ideal team to use, but you know, anything with Roger as a friend captain is going to be pretty comfortable in taking this content on. Luckily, Kaido as a captain doesn't only boost Quick, he actually can boost all other characters' attack. And in this instance here, where we actually do not take down the Okiku, because I wanted to make sure that my specials are ready. Luckily, I had the Nami on the team anyway, but because we took the damage from Okiku, Kaido's just going to go ahead and kill Okiku, which is awesome. Alright, it's just awesome just to take damage and then let Kaido do the heavy lifting. As you guys may have seen in my video that I uploaded a little bit earlier today, where I versed all of the 10-star difficulty GARP challenges with Kaido as the captain, and he just absolutely dominated them. We got Otama on the team as well. I didn't use her in this specific team, but you can use her to change the badly matching slots on your team. You get given against Okiku into matching, which is quite nice. Nami on the team is great for special cooldown reduction and removing that bind. She does remove 2 turns of burn with each activation, so it isn't completely removed, but you know, with Shank's crew special to give you an attack boost, plus we have the chain lock as well. It's not really going to be a big issue at this point. Plus we can use Kaido here, because on the last stage there's normal attacks only, so it's better just to use Kaido special here just to get the job done. And we have Zoro to remove the defensive effects, as well as giving color affinity. We have the attack boost from Roger, plus the chain lock from the previous turn. So basically you can replace Kaido with essentially like any other unit as the captain, but just using Kaido as the captain is really fun, just to just hit the enemy with a huge massive hit of, like, you know, 1 million damage or 2 million damage depending on the situation. So it's a pretty awesome team to use. The next team composition is utilizing Luffy and Sanji. Once again, Roger Friend Captain just carries you all the way through. As for the other units on this team though, we have Sabo, which is great because Sabo is going to remove the burn on stage 4, and he also gives us a color affinity boost, which is pretty good. Luffy Sanji, of course, give us a full board of matching slots and an attack boost. We have Rayleigh for the final stage to remove the defensive effects and give us a color affinity boost. You can see Otama used here against Okiku to change the badly matching slots into matching. And we also do have the Germa 66, which will give us an orb boost on the final stage. A little bit of overkill, I must admit. You know, Germa 66, you actually like don't need them at all. You can replace them with essentially like any other unit in the game. You just do not need them at all. And you know, one thing to avoid the removal of your beneficial effects is to go ahead and use the Germa special prior to the Roger super type, because Germa do not change block orbs into those tandem slots. They'll only change like all other slots into tandem. So by using the Germa special first, it won't change the block orbs, which will not activate the Luffy interrupt on the final stage. And then once that is done, then you can use the Roger super type to give you the full board of matching slots. So really comfortable team getting through this content using Luffy, Sanji, Captain, Germa sub. But as I said, you do not need a Germa. You don't even need an orb booster on this team, because like the damage that you'll get from the Rayleigh color affinity and the Roger special is more than enough to take down the LUFFYTARO on stage 5. And then moving on to the final team of the video is who's going to be using Kozuki Oden as the captain once again with a friend Captain Roger. With this team in particular, I do have Chopper as a crewmate for this team, and he's going to be removing the bind. He removes the burn on the final stage, or stage 4 should I say. He also removes the poison when you activate his special as well, which is why there is no support on this team that just outright removes that poison for us. We do have Usohachi as well to remove the defensive effects on stage 5, and we have the Big Mom, which is going to be quite good against Chopper, just to give us a full board of slots, give us all of the Big Mom boosts, and once we get rid of the utility with the Chopper special, we can just use the Big Mom to just kill Chopper, and that's basically it. On the final stage, we do have the Oden and the Roger special for all of their amazing boosts, but I didn't want to activate the effect of Luffy to remove our beneficial effects, so I use Oden first, and then I use Roger to change the slots into matching, but either way, it still got the job done, even, you know, without a full board of Wano slots. It's definitely not required, as long as you're getting the orb boost from Oden, and the matching slots from Roger's super type and all of that. That's basically all you need, right? So it's pretty easy going from there, but, you know, nothing too crazy, man. As I said, this is a pretty easy raid, so long as you got Roger friend captains, which many people have Roger, and it shouldn't be too difficult to find them as friend captains. So as long as you find Roger friend captain, this event is completely a joke. So thank you so much for watching this video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.